Good evening! I need to turn that down. Hey, what's going on, guys? Barb from Stranger Things here. Hey, guys, your grandma here. Hey, guys, wannabe makeup artist here. Thanks to Mimi and Sophia. Shout out to my second family. These glasses, thanks to Alex. And so, you can see my ring light, but I don't really care. So, a look. Yes, let's get into it. I know, like, every Christmas, I tend to do some type of video, and I wanted to stick with that because, like, views. And, so this time I decided to do a Q&A, which I also happen to do every year. This is not gonna work for me. So we got some Bach, Beethoven, Mozart stuff going on. Oh my god! Dude, I got this candle, right? I got a candle holder, and then it holds like the sticks, and it's like melting like crazy! Dude, that's insane. It looks like a bad male body part on the wax. It's called a penis. I asked you guys on Instagram and Snapchat to give me some questions, and y'all delivered. I'm not really surprised that y'all delivered though, because obviously I wouldn't be doing annual Q&As if I didn't have any Q's to A. We're gonna do that now. The first question is from Kennedy. Shout out to my girl Kennedy. And she said, what is your favorite thing to do, and if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? And I said to that, Kennedy, you can only ask one question, you dummy. Obviously my new favorite thing to do is burn candles and just watch the wax drip, because I don't know, I would travel to Sweden. I love Sweden. That's why I have a giant Swedish flag up there. You can't see it, but it's up there. The second question I got was from Alex, and she said, why you gay? And to that I say, it's 2017, Alex. Why are you? The third question comes from Coda, and he asked, do you have any good or bad Christmas memories? And, you know, I have one bad one, but it's not like that good. It happened last Christmas? Yeah, so last Christmas, and I can't remember who it was. No, it was actually you, Coda. Okay, so last Christmas, I gave you my heart, and, you know, the very next day, you just gave it away. So, you know, I didn't want to cry, and I didn't want to be a baby about it. So, to save me from tears, I decided this year I'm going to give it to someone special. And that's my only bad Christmas memory that I have, but other than that, I guess the fact that my mom does a Christmas pickle every year where you put a pickle on a paper clip and hang it in the tree, and then whoever's the first one to find it wins a gift. I got a question from Haley, or my girl Deborah, and she asked, why do you like stuff? And I just like stuff because, like, it's stuff, and some stuff is better than other stuff, so, like, stuff in general is pretty great. And, like, if you don't like stuff, then I don't know what you're doing here. Get out. Haley also asked, something. What did she ask? My girl Deborah also asked if we keep with the tradition of opening gifts on Christmas Day, or opening, if it's acceptable to open gifts Christmas Eve. I think I've only opened gifts on Christmas Eve once, and that was because my grandparents were like leaving for something, or we just would not stop bitching, so we got it our way, of course. That's the only time I remember though. Other than that, we keep with the tradition, and usually like me and Henry get so excited for Christmas that we like go to bed at like 1 in the morning, and then we wake up at like 5 in the morning, and my parents get really mad because they're like, oh, you're not gonna have time to open all your presents, and then it's gonna be 11 o'clock when we have to go to our grandparents. And did you hear that? We keep with the tradition. I don't really care if you open presents on Christmas Eve. Just don't be like, I open gifts on Christmas Eve. Because that's kind of like, okay, I have to wait till tomorrow. Like, screw you. Who are you? My friend Cole asks, what's the worst nightmare I've ever had? And that's a very loaded question, because the worst nightmare, whenever I have dreams, which is very rare, whenever I have dreams, I always remember to tell people that I had a dream, but I never remember what the dream is as I'm telling it. So like, I'll be in the middle of explaining it, and then I just forget everything that I've said and everything that I was about to say. And so it's not a good time when I'm telling stories anyway, but that certainly does not help. I think the only one I can remember is something like when my grandma had just passed. I had a dream that like she wasn't dead, and that my dad had another mom who was actually his real mom. She died, and she was haunting the place, and she was going into pictures and stuff, like all these paintings that we have hanging up that are like wedding gifts from my parents' wedding, that like she would show up and like she would just pop out of them like she was from The Ring or something. I'd be like, whoa, dude, like back up. And that's really like all I remember from it. I remember there was one part where it was like I was laying in, like I was really young at the time, and I was laying in bed with my mom, dad, I don't know, and I was like about to fall asleep, and I look over and like one of them's decomposed already, and then I was like, oh god. So I like peeked through the window, because my parents have a window right behind their bed, and then there she was just like peeking in, like so that was really scary actually. And I just remember waking up and be like Brooksy asked, have you ever eaten papaya? And no, I have not. Should I? Because that is very fun to say. That reminds me of Papas Fritas. That's how you say French fries in Spanish. Papas Fritas. God, this thing is itchy. I love it. Bristol asks, what is your favorite Christmas tradition? And to that I say Christmas itself, because who isn't a greedy bastard who loves getting presents when you're not even Christian or Catholic? This girl. No, I think my favorite Christmas tradition is the Christmas pickle. It's a good one. Haley Deborah, she just asked, why do I have candy on my door? And if you don't know, I have a giant... I'll just show you, hold on. A big old door of candy for ya! Here's some footage! I have a giant wall of candy because I want to, so that I can get as many cavities as possible. And so far I have 2 out of the possible how many. I'm not that smart. But cavities are just the best, and then whenever you go to the dentist and they have to fill it, it's just the best thing in the world. And ooh. Wow. Someone asked what I asked for, and I don't know who you were, but hello. I asked for, I think I asked for anything 18th century. I asked for a lot of vinyls, like Damn and Bjork's Self-Titled. No, Post by Bjork. Love that album. I asked for that on vinyl. I asked for an amp for my bass guitar because mine's actually a guitar amp. Okay then, you could just cut out. Did I? Ugh. Rude. Mine's actually a guitar amp and it's very tiny, and bass is like a bass, so it needs a bass amp. And so this one's like almost broken. It rattles and it's just not good. It can easily be fixed with a bass guitar amp.
It's 20s.
What? So like...
No, the 1920s, the lipstick, and but from here, the light. Now that's 70s.
You're in your 70s.
I meant 1970s.
Get out, oldie.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Jeez. Calm down, Beethoven. My guy Gavin asks, do you like basketball? And no, I don't like basketball because it's not Nerf. You know, Nerf or nothing, am I right? Basketball, Nerf. I think that about does it. I know that wasn't a whole lot or a whole lot of long, but I don't really know what else to say. Like, it's not like anything important's happening tomorrow. It's not like this is Christmas Eve or something, and it's not like I have time to care because I'm Buddhist, Buddhist. Good morning and Happy New Year. I'm gonna put these on for one last time and get a good look because it ain't gonna last forever.